Hey, what's the deal? That's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it's 5:04 p.m., January 22nd, 2025. You know what I mean? This is the last video of the night. You know what I'm saying? I did kind of change up the topic of the video because I had, I said one thing about pro wrestling being corny in 2026 so far, which it has. You know what I mean? But as I'm talking about AJ Styles and such, I'm like, you know what? Let me talk about AJ Styles and the Royal Rumble and what I think is going to happen. So, and something I did not know. So, this past Monday night on Raw, Gunther, and I think Gunther and AJ had a confrontation. AJ wants to wrestle him. You know what I mean? And Gunther's like, I'll wrestle you if you put your career on the line. Right? Which I thought was too soon because I'm like, damn. Don't you think it'd be a little bit of a stretch right now in January that AJ Styles retires so very, very early? What I did not know about is that AJ Styles' contract actually expires in a couple of weeks, in about 2 weeks. I think after the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his contract expires at that point. Basically, meaning that there could be a possibility that AJ retires at the Rumble, signs with TNA, right? And then, gets a run and then retires in TNA right then and there. It's a possibility. I would not be shocked. Against Gunther, I would not be shocked. I honestly would not be shocked. I think if we, what's funny? This Royal Rumble will make it 10 years that AJ's been with the WWE. 10 years. 10 whole years. Right? He is Mr. TNA. You know what I mean? I am. Like, he is Mr. TNA. No matter how you slice, no matter what you say, how you slice it and such, the man is Mr. TNA. Right? So maybe, WWE says to her, all right, you know what? We'll give you your retirement run, but we're going to let you do your retirement run in TNA. It's only fitting to do it. That means clearly only fitting to do it. And I do believe that he's going to wrestle with TNA. I do believe that he's going to get a final run. You know what I mean? Especially against Frankie Kazarian. You know what I'm saying? I think there's going to be there's going to be a match. He's going to beat Frankie Kazarian for the TNA World Championship. For the TNA World Championship, I'm still a little fucked up. And you know what? Let me also say this too. I broke up with my girl. Yeah, I mean, yesterday. I'm so fucking pissed. But I'm also still sick too. I'm sick. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually getting a little better, but still, but yeah, I think AJ Styles, retiring in TNA, it does make a lot of sense. So basically he's getting 2 retirements. One in WWE. His WWE career could be over, but his career overall will more than likely be over in TNA. It makes sense. There are people saying, oh, why so soon? I think because his contract is coming up. They're like, okay, well, let's do the career angle. Let's do the career ending angle here. You know what I'm saying? And then, when you get to TNA, you know what I'm saying? You could just, do your entire run there and then call it a career. Makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll do 2 videos in one because I'm trying to kill as much time as I could. Yeah. And for those that think he's going to go to AEW, that's not happening, Papa. That's not happening. And you know what's funny? People say, oh, I wish people leave AEW and such. I wish people retire from AEW. Be careful what you wish for, because you might get it and then some. You might get it and then some. You know, I'm not going to mention what happened, but I'm going to just leave it at that. You know, because someone said something on the live stream of JD that was like, that just made me laugh. I'm like, all right, be careful. Because we could see that with Jericho. We could clearly see that with Chris Jericho in the next couple of weeks at the Royal Rumble. Bah, bah. Speaking of Chris Jericho, he's actually not going to be at the Saturday Night's Main Event nor SmackDown. We know he's going to be at the Rumble. There's going to be people that's going to say, oh, well, people are going to spot Chris Jericho and such because, you know, they're going to take pictures and other. WWE has ways. They have ways to get through these situations. Ways. Yeah, Saudi Arabia has ways too, nigga. But again, with AJ, I mean, you know, I'm expecting him to retire in both WWE and TNA. Where's their AEW? Where's for him to do at AEW? What is there for him to do? There's nothing. There's basically nothing. And then, you know, speaking of WWE and AEW and TNA, wrestling has been boring in 2020. It's been boring. I'm sorry. It's been trash. You know, I don't know what's going on, but I see like there's nothing hitting. There's nothing hitting in mind you, know, we're in 2026. Right now we're in 2026. Right? January. And nothing's been going, nothing has really been, nothing's really been manifested. There's nothing that is going to make you go, oh man, I gotta watch it. Like, I'm not watching TNA tonight as of this recording. I'm going to a party. Now, I mean, I'm gonna get my groove on and everything, B. Now, I'm not gonna go watch no boring ass TNA, which by the way, there's still big names missing from tonight's tapings in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know what I mean? So you gotta think. You know, wrestling right now it's basuda, it's trash. Hopefully that shit'll pick up on Royal Rumble time. We'll see. Because see, like the only thing right now that's actually fucking fun is NXT. NXT is the only thing that's fun. The only thing that's fucking fun. You know? Oh, you know what? Damn, I hit my fucking finger on the ceiling. Shit. I'm going to throw in a bonus, right? A bonus topic. So Dave Meltzer, you know, he's trying to spin, you know, this motherfucker's trying to spin the Hollywood Reporter report that Netflix doesn't want AEW, you know, on their, you know, when it integrates to, once they acquired WBD and HBO Max, right? So he's saying, well, in theory, they can do that, you know, because, you know, he said a bunch of bullshit. HBO Max, I mean, Netflix will never bring AEW onto their platform. You kidding me? You fucking kidding me? And then the stupid motherfucker said, oh, well, you know, MLB don't want, you know, Netflix don't want MLB games on there. They just want events. You stupid motherfucker. Every week, fucking Raw's on Netflix. So what the fuck does that, what sense does that make? Melts? Huh? Melts? I'm like, goddamn. I can't deal with Dave Meltzer. Meltzer's a guy who, you know, he tries to find shit to spin and it just backfires in his face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they want events. You know, they don't want weekly television, they want events, but they're fucking showing Raw every fucking Monday night. The fuck you mean? AEW will never go to Netflix. Ever. I believe the Hollywood Reporter story a whole lot to a point where I'm willing to, you know, to come out, you know, to cut my motherfucking right arm and say that Tony Malago, the one who, I think his last name Malago, who put out the article is telling the truth. You know what I mean? Don't bullshit. Now, don't fall for what the fuck this stupid nigga Meltzer got to say. Oh, they'll put him on Netflix. The fuck up, nigga. Come on, man. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Anyway, guys, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk to you. Holla at y'all tomorrow. I'm going to check y'all. Peace.